Hello, how are you? Today I wanted to sit down and talk about some of my favorite books. I'm not going to say these are my favorite books of all time because that's going to constantly change, probably. These have been my favorite books basically through high school up till now. I picked out 6, and I have tons more favorites than just that, but I thought I'd just go through these 6, just tell you why they're my favorite, nice, quick, simple, and yeah, let's do the thing. Roll tape and go. Okay, disclaimer, most of these are YA books because honestly that's what I kind of read the last few years. I'm getting into more like actual fiction and nonfiction now, but some of my favorite books that I have read in the past years have been YA. So starting off with The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. I love this book. I've probably read it like 6 times, to be completely honest. The writing style and the dialogue is what I love so much about these books. The characters are real, and I love them. I just read the newest book that came out, The Becoming of Noah Shaw. I've loved this entire trilogy, but this first book is wonderful, and it has the pages that are worn, because, you know, it's been well loved and well read, and I love this book so much. It is the first in a trilogy, and if you like trilogies, and if you like kind of creepy, scary, I love this book! Next up, book number 2 is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. How do you say her name? Rainbow. Rainbow is the most legit name ever. I've spoken about this book before, I believe. I've spoken about Rainbow's books, at least in general. I love this book. I read this book, I want to say, my freshman year of college, and so I hardcore related. Yeah, my freshman year of college, so I was literally a freshman, and the main character's a freshman, so okay. This book is so cute. Once again, the dialogue and the characters, that's what attracts me to stories the most, is dialogue feeling real and characters feeling real. If you have that, I'm most likely gonna love it, let's be honest. This story is told in, I don't remember if it's completely alternating chapters or not, but it's the story of a girl writing a fan fiction, and you can also read the fan fiction or at least parts of it in here. I actually did buy the fan fiction because Rainbow, fun fact, Rainbow actually ended up writing the fan fiction and publishing it, and it's called Carry On, and I own it. I've never actually read the entire thing, but I do own the fanfiction novel that stemmed from this book. It's just wonderful, and I haven't read it in a year or 2, and I really need to reread this book, actually. What do I have? I have something tabbed. Let's see what I have tabbed, shall we? Oh no, I forgot it involves her reading to the guy and reading him to sleep and stuff. Whoops. I honestly can't tell what about this page I tabbed, but I tabbed page 173 for some reason, so anyway, there you go. Book number 3 I actually had to read for school. It is The Kite Runner. I did not expect to like this book as much as I did whenever I originally read it. I don't know why. The thing that I love about this book is that it gives a view of the world that I had never really been exposed to. And that is just one of the wonderful things that I love about reading, that it takes you to other worlds and you can see different lives and how people act, and different parts of the world you've never visited, you'll never visit in your life. You can see what it's like to be there and experience it and live it. I actually have this other book, I have not read it yet, A Thousand Splendid Suns, I believe. I have it, I have not read it, but yeah, I definitely recommend this book. This book is so good. I actually watched the film of it also. The film is not bad, but the book is good. Check out the book. Next is another book for school that I've been told you either love it or you hate it, and that is The Great Gatsby, and I ended up loving it. It's so short and easy to read. Fun fact, the very first tweet I ever made on my Twitter was, I think the last line. So we beat on, boats against the current, borne back ceaselessly into the past. I made that my first tweet, because like 16-year-old me thought like, oh, if I ever become famous and like my last tweets ever looked up, like it'll show that I'm like cool and sophisticated and I read Gatsby, and I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, I was such a nerd. Anyway, this book is so good. It's a classic. Poor Leo always ends up dead in the water. I don't have anything else to say about this. It's Gatsby. The story's known. Okay, that's all. I just really love this book. Second to last is Clockwork Angel by Miss Cassandra Clare. I love all of Cassandra Clare's work. That's no secret whatsoever, but I love this book so much! It's London in 1878. It's Victorian London. Just like, my favorite fictional characters ever, William Herondale. like, look, there he is. Look, there he is. That's him right there. That's Will Herondale. I love him. It's just so good, and it's such a good first book in a trilogy, and just, I don't know, I love her writing, once again, her dialogue and her characters, but it's just, I don't know, I love it, and I recommend this book to anyone everywhere in the world. Please read this book. It's so good. I love it, at least. If you hate it, I'm sorry, but I love it. I love it! And last but not least, the last book that I have as one of my favorite books of all time, at least as of right now, is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Is there any surprise whatsoever? It's my childhood, man. What's tabbed here? Why is this tabbed? I tabbed it because I like the Dumbledore said, nitwit, blubber, oddment, tweak. And that's a good enough reason to tag something, if you ask me. There's no explaining here. It's the first book in the Harry Potter series. The Harry Potter series is my childhood. I've read this book probably, between listening to it on tape and reading it, it's probably been 3 or 4 times. My childhood, and that's all I have to say about it. And so there's some of my favorite books of all time, and probably in about 3 years, this list will be entirely different, but as of right now, those are my favorite books. So anyway, here they are. If you've read them, what did you think? I don't know, I want to list a lot more. I like books. Thank you very much for watching. Like I said, if you read some of these, what did you think about them? I'd like to know. And what are some of your favorite books? Oh my god, I'm asking questions for the comments? This is so weird, I've never done this before. But yeah, I'd love to know, seriously. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go. Happy whatever day of Christmas, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!